Hello, Nomad Sculpt, and this is a just for fun tutorial. So let's sculpt such a cute airplane. So something like this here. So let's start. I create a new scene and the sphere I delete and I add a new sphere. I turn the wireframe on and so post subdivision a mesh like this, and then we can validate the object. So I rotate the view in the right view and I use the cell mask tool and mask the half of the sphere. And now I use the gizmo and stretch it like a pill. And I squeeze it and maybe like this here. So in the top view we can also squeeze it like this. So this is the body shape of the airplane. So this is version 1.85. So here you find the mask clearing option here. So in older versions it's here in the mask menu or use a gesture. So yeah. So we can use a smooth tool. I think here on the side there's a relaxing option here and we can smooth out the mesh a little bit so that we get back the topology. So then the shape looks like this here. So you can play a little bit with the move tool or if you want. So here we see our gizmo. So I use the pivot option on the side combined with a snapping 90 degrees and I rotate the pivot in this direction so that the green arrow is here in this direction. So now I leave the pivot and I add a cylinder. So the cylinder is now created on the correct position. So this is for the engine or the motor, and the topology we can change a little bit. We only need something like this here. So now we use a lathe object here. This is the lathe tool, only a other icon. So use the path and draw only here a straight line, and yeah, that's all. So here you see the gizmo, and now put the lathe object as a child into the cylinder object. So now when you use here the operation here, gizmo reset option, the lathe object jumps in the orientation of the cylinder object, and now it's aligned. So here we can see now our curve, and let's use the additive view. So that's a little bit that we can look through the object. And here at the top there's a closed option. So here you see now your lathe with a so this is for the engine, and I think we can make it a little bit. I zoom a little bit in. Maybe like this here. and we need more topology. That it looks a little bit smoother. I think it's okay. So for this object here, I turn the wireframe off so we can see a little bit better. And the next thing is here, I think we clone the lathe object. And now we can create other lathe inside the other lathe. So I deselect the closed option. And I change the path a little bit. So I want here a little bit of block here shape. So I turn on the opaque view. So yeah, let's try it. And here we use the wireframe. Yeah, it could work. So let's validate this object. And in the front view, here we use the local symmetry. And then I use the trim. I check hole filling, Boolean, use the Boolean trimming with hole filling. So this is also a little bit different to version 1.84, but hole filling is active. So I create now a trim path and I activate the symmetry here on the left side. So I check the symmetry again, local is enabled and it should work. So I trim it like this and here. So this is something like a part of the engine. And we can trim a little bit more. Sorry, I need another. Smaller shape. Yeah, you can spend much more time on such details. So I think this is okay. And I use here now the gizmo and I adjust the pivot here. I rotate it in this direction and bring it a little bit here in this position. And now I add a cylinder. So something like this here. And we can use the radius option to adjust the radius here and here. Maybe like this. We can also change the topology and the post subdivision to smooth it a little bit out. So it looks nice. Move it a little bit in front. And I create now a clone of this cylinder and change the radius. So make it a little bit smaller, something like this here. squeeze it a little bit. So, and for this cylinder, I add a array. So we need the green array, so, and in the negative direction, and not so much. So maybe like this here. So I use the solo view for this cylinder here, and I add a hole, and so the hole, we need a little bit more hole, so like this. So the array we can validate, and join the children here. Here in the hierarchy, make it invisible. The other cylinder we can also validate and select both here. And now let's do a Boolean operation. So now the cylinder looks like this. So yeah, it's okay. So I join the both objects here. And so I use here the cylinder, and now the cylinder is active, and I use this pivot position here and pin it. So I select now the motor and add a radial repeater on gizmo position. So now we can change the value. So, and here for this one, I can adjust it here a little bit. So for this object, I change now the material, so I think it's okay. So it looks like a motor. So the cylinder here, we need a little bit longer, like this here. And here, this lace object, we can clone. So we don't need these nodes here, or not so much. And we can deselect the closed option. So now I bring it here, and I create the nose with the same lace object. So here I see the wireframe, so we can change the topology. Yeah, something like this. So this is the nose for the rotor blades. So I think it's fine. Okay. Let's see. I select all the objects and I add a group node. So I say this is a motor. So fine. So let's create wings. So I use the top view and I add a plane on the gizmo position. So we have to rotate the plane. So I use the gizmo to rotate it. And I use the outline option here. So this is only something to help us to place the wings correctly. So the wing is something in a position like this here. Okay. The topology is too high. We only use a topology like this. So I validate now this plane and I use it as a snapping position thing. I select now the tube tool and I select a path and I draw only a straight line here, like this. So now I deselect the snapping option and I place here my wing. I make it a little bit larger than the middle. So the radius a little bit smaller. So you can do here some things with the wing like this here maybe. Yeah. So, and make it as a closed object. So something here like this. So it's fine. Now we have a nice path for our wing profile. And now activate the profile option. And here, you see here there's a closed option. And now you see here your profile. So, and we need something here like this here. So such a round thing here. And you see here in the side view here, the plane at the moment we don't need, we can hide it. You see here now your profile of the wing, and the green side is the inside. So this is the way it have to look. And now here in the profile menu, it's also possible to adjust the radii. So do it like this here in the top view. And now it's possible to, I hide here the profile. So we can adjust the radii. So you see here the profile looks like this. And always use views, aligned views. So here I add now a new node. So I can adjust here the position a little bit and make it here a little bit bigger. So and here's the profile thinner. So here you can check your profile. maybe we need here another point, and here a little bit smaller. So I think it's okay. For the topology, let's see the divisions. Yeah, it's okay. So I validate this object now. For sure, I create a clone of this. So I put it at the end of the hierarchy list and rename it as wing profile. So we have a backup. So I get back to this one and I validate it. And here in the MISC menu, topology MISC menu, you find here the option to close holes. So set a detail. Oh. Detail. So let's close the holes, and now our wing is okay. So we need a mirror for the wing. Let's see the symmetry here. World symmetry is okay. So here in the front view, I mirror it. Okay. So I clone this wing here and I squeeze it a little bit and bring it here in this position here. So, and move it a little bit in this direction. Maybe scale it a little bit in this direction. I think it's okay. So with the wings you can play a little bit with the move tool and so on. This wing here, so here was the pin option active, so I rotate it a little bit. So I place the pivot here in this position. So rotation snap off, and here we can align it with a plane. So the wings we can also use here for the here for this part here. I don't know what's the fins or something. I clone this object, the pivot I center. So I bring it here in this position and I scale it down. Maybe adjust it a little bit like this, or yeah, like you want. So I place it here. Also a little bit of rotation. So now I use also the symmetry here. So we use the world symmetry at the moment. So where is it? Local world. And we need, I don't see it at the moment. Here is the symmetry, here you see it. So now I mirror it So this is how it looks. So now yeah, it's okay. This object we can also clone. Use snapping and rotate it in this direction here, and rotate it like this. So you can also create new parts for this, but it's easier to use existing objects and clone it. So here you see the symmetry, and I mirror it so that the symmetry is okay. So in this object we can trim, Boolean, so something like this here. It's also possible to use a move tool here and adjust it a little bit. And also possible for this object here. So make sure that the symmetry is active. So I go back here with this object and turn the symmetry on and use here the local symmetry. So now it should work. Yeah, nice. So here for the same for this one here, change to local, activate the symmetry, and use it here like this. So nice. So what can we do next? So maybe here, this is the body of the plane. So here is my pivot position, and I add now on gizmo a cylinder, and I rotate it in. I use a snapping and rotate it 90 degrees. So I place it here in this position. So something like this here. Let's see the side view, top view. Yeah, here is our pilot position, I think. For the topology, so here in this direction we don't need much. So the cylinder looks like this. So I think I validate it. And I use a gizmo to squeeze it a little bit. Maybe a little bit bigger. So I think it's nice. I clone this cylinder and I hide it, select the body, and I use a Boolean operation. So now this is our cockpit position, and the same cylinder here, I make it visible again. So I clone it, bring it to the bottom here, and I hide this one. This is a backup. So, and this cylinder here, I trim, and I use here no hole filling, and I trim the top and the bottom and the side. So this is, then it looks like this here. And maybe here we can trim it also. And now I use the gizmo, place it here, scale it a little bit. And without rotation snap, so we can use here and this is our windshield, I think. So it's okay. So here in the front view, so we can scale a little bit inside. We can use the trim option, the polygon tool, and so I draw here my path. So set the symmetry to local. So let's test it. Symmetry is on. Okay. I think we do another trim here. So in the side view, trim. So now the windshield looks fine. Okay, so what's the next thing? I think we need, we can select the body and the wing. So we use the solo view here, and so we need here a smooth transition here for the objects, I think. And yeah, I think I remesh now the two objects. So I use here the voxel remesh, and I change here maybe the topology to something like this here, and I voxel remesh the whole thing. So now we have to create our transition here, and I use here the cell mask. I use the polygon option, and so here's something like this here. Symmetry, check symmetry. We use a local symmetry, and here the local symmetry is on the Y plane. So like this. And yeah, I think it looks fine. Okay, now our mask is active. So I use here the clay tool and clay a little bit. So now I switch to some smooth tool, without relaxing and a little bit of higher intensity, so, and I smooth everything out. So the intensity is a little bit too high, and I clay a little bit more. And smoothing. So for the mask, we can also use a little bit of blur. So let's clay it. Here, this part. And smoothing. So I think it's a nice transition here for the wings. So we can clear now the mask. Solo view. Yeah, it looks like a small airplane. So for the here for the fins here, we can use a split option here. I select this object here and splitting rectangular. Here we need the Boolean option, and I create here a rectangular shape, and yeah, I split it here. So this one, I can adjust the pivot a little bit and bring it to this position. Create a small gap. And this object here, we use splitting. Yeah, maybe I split the whole object in the center here. Something like this. I delete this, use only this one. So now, and I split it here. And maybe the small one here. This object I don't need anymore. So, and here, pivot, adjustment. Create a small gap. So the two objects we can now join back together. I use the world symmetry and mirror it back, so now it's correct again. The same for this here solo view, so we can use the split option, but for this I use a path, polygon path, and so I check everything. Splitting, hole filling is active, Boolean, so it should work. So here in the solo view, I trim here some parts away to create a gap. So let's see if it works. I think it's okay. We can adjust the pivot position. So let's see, here it works. Also this part here, yeah, we joined it. So the next thing is, here I use the tube tool and I create a path, only something here like this. So we can activate the profile option, and here let's create a profile, something like this here. I use here the side view, and snapping is off. So let's place the tube here. Maybe use a second radius, so like this. And in the front view, I place it here and here. So a little bit longer. The same profile we can use and clone the profile, clone. And snapping is off, so we can use it here in this position and bring it here for the wings. And the radius, we make the same radius. And here we place it here and here. I'll zoom a little bit in. And always make sure that, that your view is aligned. So I clone it again and I move this here and here. So I select all objects and I add a mirror repeater. So we have it here in this correct position. And so then we need a wheel. So I think here I select the body and I add on gizmo cylinder. I use rotation snap here and bring it in this position, scale it a little bit, move it here like this, and here in this direction. So we need it a little bit smoother, so I reduce, decrease X division, use post. Maybe one step smoother. So this is okay. Yeah, nice wheel. Like this. I clone this wheel, move it a little bit up, scale it a little bit. So now we can trim it. Validate, trim. So for this, no hole filling. So polygonal trim, and so we can trim with a little curve, I think. Yeah, it looks okay. So this part here, I trim also so we can validate it. trimming, rectangular. So here, somewhere here, and here we use a hole filling. So now I think it's okay. For this object here, we can see the gizmo. I add on gizmo a cylinder, place it here, change the divisions. So, and here, this one we can validate. And I use the select tool, select this objects here, add a group node, and I call it wheel. So, and I put the wheel inside the mirror. So now it's complete. So maybe this one here is a little bit thin, so I scale it a little, sorry. So you see here the pivot, you can align the pivot here in the center and bring it a little bit here, more in this position, and then scale the object so it's a little bit bigger. So now we need only the fan blades or rotor blades here. I use here this position here, and I add a plane. So this becomes the rotor blades. So here it's important to change the divisions here. So I use only 0 at the moment, and then I bring in here a few Y divisions. So now it's possible to validate this object, and here you can use cell mask. And I blur the mask. And I invert it. So now with the gizmo we can rotate the whole thing here. Maybe like this. And with a multi-resolution we can subdivide at one time. So here with the move tool, it's now possible to adjust, so the mask we don't need anymore, we can clear it. So with the move tool we can now adjust single vertices. And create our propeller. So I use now a next subdivision, and with a smooth tool you can smooth here everything a little bit out and moving. So you can spend more time on this. Yeah, it looks like a fan blade, so we can rotate it a little bit. Align the view, place it here that it's centered. So we move it here. So with smoothing, I don't like it. Yeah, you can also use a tube profile, but I don't know what's the best way or the fastest way. So I use now the mask. So we need so I subdivided a few times more. So now we need a shell thickness. We can use a smoothness for all and extract it. And let's see the solo view here. I don't like it. It's so a little bit less smoothing. I think we do it without smoothing. Extract. And edge loops maybe. Let's test it with an edge loop. Yeah, this looks fine. So now we have our first here in the motor. I think this is the plane. So, and this one I hide and bring it to the bottom here. And now we need a radial repeater. So I pin here the pivot, select the plane and add on gizmo a radial. So we have to change the axis. So we need only 3. So it looks like a plane. So I save it, yes. Wireframe off. So we can use the post-subdivision, not post-subdivision, post-processing, and see our small cute plane. So here the meshes you can voxel remesh, and here you see the wireframe, and you can do more detail work. So, but in general it's a plane. So if you like, we can use the turntable and fly around with our small plane. That's it. Have fun with sculpting. Ciao.